Hi folks, Charlie Shelton with Disneyland News Today, back once again to try some tasty treats. Happy Life Day to everyone. Today is Life Day, so we are here on Batu at Black Spire Outpost to try some of the new foods that have come out for the holiday. Let's try everything. Here we go. Okay, so our first stop in Black Spire Outpost is here at Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, where we have a couple of items to try. First up is the Trandoshan style pasta with braised bantha. This is chili braised beef, buttered garlic cavatelli, seasonal vegetables, zesty avocado sauce, and a balsamic glaze. So let's give this a shot. This is a beautiful looking dish, and unlike so many of the dishes here at Docking Bay 7, it's not really stingy. I ate here just the other day, and the portion sizes have gotten considerably smaller. This one seems to be a fairly ample portion size, especially because it's pasta, so it's like gonna fill you up. So let's give it a shot. Oh, wow. Whoa, that's very garlicky. That is the buttered garlic cavatelli. Boy, that garlic comes through not in like a harsh way, but in like a really nice savory way it's not overpowering. You can still taste the pasta and the spices and everything, but garlic is very definitely the most predominant note in that. That's really good. I probably shouldn't eat too much of this because I have a long way to go today, and pasta will fill you up fast. But you know, if you're here for a day at the park and you want to carb up for your day walking around Galaxy's Edge, this is it. All right, let's try this braised bantha. Wow, that's pretty good too. So it's chili braised. It's very soft. It's very tender bantha, not beef, bantha. It's probably actually like short rib, but it's bantha here. And it just falls apart. And the chili, it's like it's not chili like a spicy chili. It's just, you know, the chili flavor that's in there. So it doesn't have any of the heat to it. It's just all of the flavor. That's really good. We also have a couple of slices of the of zucchini and squash and stuff in here. Let's try this. What was this? The zesty avocado. That's nice. That's really bright. So the pasta is heavy. The braised bantha is heavy, and that's really light and bright and brings a pop of, I guess, almost citrusy, but like greens flavor. It just tastes living and alive to kind of cut through some of this heaviness. Let's do all of this together. So I'm usually a fan of like individual good ingredients that come together to be more than the sum of its parts. This one I actually almost prefer it because like each of the flavors is so good. I almost prefer them individually. Like I don't get to taste enough of the beef because it's cut by the avocado, and I don't taste the pasta hardly at all because it's overpowered by the beef. So it's like I almost want it like separated like a toddler, where it's like I don't want my foods to touch, because each of these things are so good. Like if I can just do them one at a time, I think I might enjoy it better. But that being said, it's still, you know, all together in the same bowl, it's still really good. All right, I gotta stop. I will eat that whole thing right now, and I still have more to do, not only in Galaxy's Edge, but even right here. Next up is our yob shrimp. This is the yob shrimp mixed stew with swamp grains, spicy tomato curry pan roast with shrimp sausage, vegetables, and herb rice. So this is, I actually did a Cajun pan roast soup over across the way at DCA a little while ago. I'll link that right up there. So they brought the pan roast idea back for a second time, and this time they brought it all the way out to Batu. So let's give it a shot. Ooh. Ooh, that tomato curry. That's like a almost like a curry vodka sauce, or you know, like the creamy tomato sauce. It's a creamy a tomato curry pan roast, so the stew. So it is a little spicy. It's very creamy. It's a little oily, but like you want it to be that way for like a, you know, jambalaya or something. And that curry flavor is subtle. It's not overpowering. You know, curry is such a strong flavor where it's like unmistakable, and it usually kind of takes over. This one you can still taste the tomatoes, and it's not just a one-note song of curry all the way through. It's part of the greater sauce. Oh wow, that's really good. I gotta say, I'm surprised at how good this is. So the yob shrimp, it kind of looks like they're not like in the stew. They're just kind of placed on top. They're cooked separately, so they're plain. So it can be as curry or as pan roasty or as not pan roasty as you want it to be. Same with the sausages here and the vegetables. Yeah. So because it's sitting in this bed of soup, you can kind of mix it up and make it however you want. And then this herbed rice, I'm glad I get to try some of it on its own before it gets mixed in the pan roast. Yeah, very slightly herbed, but like it's just rice. It'll soak up the pan roast in here, the soup nicely, and that's really what I'm about. That's very enjoyable. However, this one feels like one of the smaller dishes, like the braised bantha. There's a lot of food there. This one, not quite so much. I'll probably be hungry again in an hour or so. You know, if this were to be my lunch, but. That's good. It's also, the heat is building. I gotta say, after this long, the heat is building in the back of the throat just a little bit. So it's a good thing I have something to cool off with. Right next door is Ronto Roasters, and they have a new Destrin Ice Cap. This is Sprite with green apple syrup topped with sweet cream cheese. Boy, they love their sweet cream cheese topper here at Batu. I'm not a huge fan of it. They put it on the cold brew. They put it on another holiday drink last year. I don't really like cream cheese in my drink, but like it's cream, it's just got that little bit of a tang to it. So it's very bright green. Let's try it. Before I mix it up, let's try it. No. Yeah, the cream cheese, it's just overpowering. Let me mix in some of this syrup. The cream cheese is overpowering, so it just tastes like you put a dollop of cream cheese in your Sprite, so it's like sweet soda with cream cheese in it. It's just not spectacular. I mean, it's a good looking drink. So let's try it mixed in. Usually with these things and slushes and everything else, it's better if you mix it in, so. It is better. That green apple helps cut some of the tang from the cream cheese and give it a little more unique life rather than just a cup of Sprite, you know? Yeah, that is better. And now it's like creamy green all the way through. Still not my favorite drink here in Galaxy's Edge. Not my favorite drink of Ronto Roasters. You know, they have a bunch of different juices and teas and stuff that are more fun and more palatable than this. And if you are going to put up with the cream cheese icing in your drink, the cold brew here at Docking Bay 7 is better than this, I think. So like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not as good as a lot of the other offerings they have here in Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, you know, the green apple does help, but it's that fake syrupy green apple flavor. Not like a good candy green apple, but like the green apple pop that melted into your drink, minus the caramel. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. But I really enjoyed Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. We do have another couple of stops to make, so let's keep going. Alrighty, so we are in here in Oga's Cantina. It's very loud, I hope you can hear me. But we are here for a couple of new specialty items. First up, we have the Cessid Seltzer. It's a tropical pineapple orange hard seltzer from Garage Brewing. So it's very hard to see in here, but this looks great because of a nice clear glass. Huh. Okay, so admittedly, I'm not as familiar with hard seltzers as I should be. I've never particularly liked them because everyone I've tried has been pretty terrible, but this one is actually pretty good. This is the first one that I've had that I've liked, you know, out of a small pool, but it's the first one I've had that I've liked, so maybe I'll give it a shot. It is tropical, but it's like delicate. It's what's the right word? I guess understated is the right word. Like it is tropical, but it's not smacking you in the face with the tropical flavor. That's really nice, and thirst quenching, which is like really nice, especially walking around Disneyland all day. It says pineapple orange, but to me it just tastes more like generic tropical. Like I guess it's pineapple. I don't really get a lot of orange, but that's just me. But yeah, that's really enjoyable, and I'm sure it'll be a wonderful companion to our next dish. These are the spiced Rocher pods. So this is hard to see because it's so dark in here, but I did click on the light for a second for you. So these are seasoned edamame with sliced cucumbers and spicy citrus gochujang dip. This is great. I love edamame, and I use gochujang entirely too much on foods that don't call for gochujang, so I know I'm going to like that. Let's try the beans first, or the pods. Huh. So they're seasoned, but I can't really put my finger on what the seasoning is. That's really... like, it just tastes, you know, seasoned is the right word. I don't really know what that is. Like, it's a little garlicky, maybe onion. I'm trying to think what I could compare it to. It's not quite everything seasoning. It would be like everything seasoning minus the you know, rye seeds, or the little black seeds, and the cucumbers are seasoned in the same thing. And then of course we have some crunchies on top. In this light, it's really hard to see, especially because the table is backlit. So I'm looking at it, my eyes are adjusting for the table. So let's try the gochujang sauce. That's not enough. Oh. That's nice. Citrus gochujang. So it's like thicker and creamier and less oily than I would expect from like a gochujang. It's not like as chunky. Like gochujang is kind of chunky sometimes. This is more uniform, like a dipping sauce, almost like an aioli consistency. But it's definitely got some heat to it, but in an enjoyable way, you know, like spiced enough. Putting it on the outside of the pods, at that point you're just using it as a spoon to eat them together, which I'm also okay with. So on the pods, you get less of the citrus note on its own, or with the cucumber, I should say. With the cucumber, you get more of that citrus note and more of the creaminess to it, versus with the seed pod, the Roshan pod, you get more of the chili flavor to it, you know, from the actual gochujang itself. Yeah, the cucumbers definitely bring out more of the citrus that set it apart. I mean, these are good. It's bar food. It's nice bar food to have edamame like this. They are served cold, so it's not something you have to, it's not like the warm ones where you have to eat it fast or it changes. There's some other characteristic in the gochujang that I can't quite place. Like it's not a fish sauce, but I want to say a fish sauce. It's slightly fishy almost. But these are really good. I mean, a lot of the food, when Oga's first opened, she wasn't offering a lot of great food, just like a little snack mix. So the food program has gone up considerably since then. It's actually really good in here now. The drinks have always been good, but now the food program is coming up with these bar snacks as well. So that's really enjoyable. I mean, it's so complex. I find it hard to actually say what's going on because there's so many flavors. It's hard to pick one out and describe it too particularly. Oh no! Boo! All right, well, that's my cue to leave. I gotta go. Let's move on to the next spot. All right, so this is our last stop in Black Spire Outpost. We're here in the marketplace at Saka's Kettle for the Jakuin corn chili and cheese pie. This is a hand pie with roasted poblano pepper, corn, and mozzarella, served with a citrus dipping sauce. So this is one of my favorite places to eat here, just because it's got that marketplace feel. Like, look around. This is just pulled up at a little table here in the marketplace with you know, everybody around you. This is I think the feel that I want from Black Spire Outpost, is this city market feel. So it's perfect to eat here. And we have this Jakuin pie, which to me, you know, Jakku, like the desert, this feels a little bit like a southwestern treat, something, you know, that you would get in like New Mexico or Arizona, which I'm all about. You know, look at me. So I'm looking forward to this. Now I'm going to do this because this is, I've learned my lesson. Don't bite the crust first. Woo! Bite the inside first. So there we go. Look at that. All right. Let's give this a shot. Even in the middle, there's still a lot of crust to get through, but it's light and fluffy and crispy and wonderful. That corn and the poblano chilies inside is just, I mean, this is southwestern flavor. Poblano chilies are not spicy. They have a lot of chili flavor, but it's like a roasty chili flavor, not, you know, hot and spicy. The corn brings a sweetness to it that's really nice and offsets kind of the more dark roasty chili flavor. Let's try it with this dipping sauce. Okay, so with the corn and the aioli dipping sauce, which is kind of like mayonnaise based, you know, cream based, the corn and the mayonnaise and a little bit of citrus, like lime or something like that, and a little bit of pepper in here. This tastes almost like an elote hand pie from back on Earth, when you have, you know, the crazy corn. And it just seems to be mimicking a lot of those flavors, but like in a really good way. It's not just like, oh, let's throw it together and see what happens. Like, this is really well crafted and well thought out. That dipping sauce, man. I could put that on anything. I'm gonna go find a churro. That's great. That's really good. The creamy mayonnaise citrus dipping sauce. And I mean, the hand pie is really good too, but like, this sets it off. Wow. Well, this has been one of my favorite treats so far. Like, we've had a lot of good food already, but this one is in my wheelhouse. This was made for me. All right. I'm gonna go get 3 more of those. All right, well, that's all the food. Let's take a look at all of the Life Day merchandise that has come out.
I want to eat it.
All right, so let's take a look at all the merchandise. We're here at the Creature Corner, which is an offshoot of the Creature Stall right next door. And this is where everything is collected all in one place for Life Day. So we've got some shirts for adults, for kids, cutest little guy ever. And, oops, excuse me, another one for adults. We've got hats, we've got ornaments, we've got this little beauty, Chewbacca for Life Day, which all of this comes from the holiday special, the Star Wars holiday special, where Chewbacca is celebrating with his Wookiee family. So we've got lots of different things with him in his traditional garb, and we've even got the blue orb as a mug. Pretty cool. And then there's a hoodie right here. And then this is my very favorite. Look at this. Says Life Day. It is I think they're calling it a sleeved blanket. We all know what the brand name is, but we're not going to say it. But this is the outfit that Chewbacca wears. This is the little, this. Look at this. You can wear your own soft, fuzzy Life Day robe. So, there's all the merchandise to help you celebrate a joyous Life Day together. All right, that's everything we have. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know in the comments down below, and keep an eye out on our YouTube channel for a bunch of food videos coming out from Disneyland, from DCA, Festival of the Holidays, all over the place. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time.